There is a plant floating on ponds across Asia that contains 45% protein, more than beef, more than chicken, more than any legume you have ever eaten. Bami. Thai grandmothers have been cooking it for breakfast for centuries. It grows on the surface of still water. It tastes like fresh spinach crossed with watercress. Tonight, you will learn exactly how to cook it. Welcome back to Secrets Beneath Nature. Have you ever seen these tiny green fronds floating on water? Drop a comment below and subscribe for more hidden food. Secrets. Walk into a Bangkok morning market at 6 in the morning. Watch the vendors setting up their stalls. Between the morning glory and water spinach, you will see small plastic bags filled with bright green specks. This is Kai Nam. The name translates to water eggs. Thai people call it this because of the protein content. 500 million people across Southeast Asia eat this plant every single week. In Laos, they call it pang. In Myanmar, they harvest it from rice paddies. In southern China, it appears in soup kitchens and family restaurants. The plant is duckweed, specifically a species called Wolffia globosa. Each frond measures less than 1 millimeter across. It is the smallest flowering plant on Earth, and it contains more protein than any meat in your refrigerator. In 2017, researchers at Friedrich Schiller University in Germany published findings in food chemistry. They analyzed the protein content of Wolffia globosa. The results showed 45% protein by dry weight. Beef contains 26%. Chicken contains 27%. Lentils contain 25%. The tiny green plant floating on still water beats them all. But here is what matters more than the numbers. This is not health food marketing. This is not a Silicon Valley superfood startup. Thai grandmothers have cooked this plant into omelets for 200 years. Laotian families serve it fresh in salads at dinner tables across Vientiane. The cooking techniques are proven. The recipes are established. Western kitchens simply never learned them. Consider what happens when you visit a fresh market in Chiang Mai. The duckweed vendor sits between the herb seller and the fishmonger. She scoops the bright green fronds into bags using a fine mesh strainer. Customers buy it like they buy cilantro or green onions. Nobody considers it exotic. Nobody considers it unusual. They consider it Thursday. The species Wolffia globosa has no roots, no stems, no leaves in the traditional sense. Each plant is a single frond smaller than a grain of rice. Under magnification, it looks like a tiny green sphere. Millions of these spheres cluster together on the water surface. They form mats that can cover an entire pond in weeks. The texture is soft and delicate. The flavor is mild and fresh with a slight vegetal note. Food scientists at the University of Tel Aviv described it as spinach-like, with a clean green finish. It absorbs other flavors readily. This makes it ideal for stir-fries and soups where the sauce or broth provides the primary taste. But before you cook anything, you must understand preparation. Duckweed requires more careful cleaning than any vegetable you have handled before. The tiny size means debris hides between the fronds. Skip this step and your finished dish will taste like pond water and grit. Start with sourcing. Only purchase duckweed from known clean water sources or commercial suppliers. Never harvest wild duckweed from ponds or ditches. Heavy metals and pollutants accumulate in aquatic plants. A pond that looks clean may contain lead or cadmium at dangerous levels. Commercial producers grow duckweed in controlled environments with tested water. This is the only safe source for cooking. When selecting fresh duckweed, look for a bright, uniform green color. Avoid any batches showing yellowing or browning. Smell the product before purchasing. Fresh duckweed has a clean, aquatic scent, like a mountain stream. Any sulfur smell or ammonia odor indicates contamination or decay. Walk away from bad product. Good duckweed stores in the refrigerator for 3 to 5 days when kept in water that you change daily. Now, the cleaning protocol. This technique comes from Thai cooks who have refined it over generations. Fill a large bowl with cold water. Add the duckweed and swirl gently with your fingers. Debris sinks to the bottom while duckweed floats to the surface. Use a fine mesh strainer to skim the floating fronds from the surface. Discard the water with the sunken debris. Repeat this process at least 3 times. 5 times is better. Each wash removes more microscopic particles. After the final wash, rinse the duckweed under gentle running water. Pat dry between clean kitchen towels or use a salad spinner on its lowest setting. Aggressive spinning will crush the delicate fronds. The next fundamental technique is blanching. Thai cooks blanch duckweed before most preparations. Bring a pot of water to a rolling boil with a pinch of salt. Have a bowl of ice water ready beside the stove. Drop the clean duckweed into the boiling water. Count to 15 seconds. No longer. Use the strainer to transfer the duckweed immediately into the ice bath. This brief blanching accomplishes 2 things. First, it reduces the oxalate content of the plant. Oxalates can inhibit mineral absorption in your digestive system. Second, the ice bath stops the cooking process and locks in the bright green color. Over-blanching turns duckweed into gray mush. 15 seconds maximum, then immediately into the ice bath, and then drain thoroughly before proceeding to any recipe. You now understand the 2 preparation fundamentals that every duckweed recipe requires. Clean water washing repeated at least 3 times. Brief blanching for 15 seconds, followed by an ice bath. Master these techniques, and every recipe that follows becomes a simple execution. The first cooking method is the most common daily preparation in Thailand and Laos. This is the Kai Jiao Kai Nam, the duckweed omelet. Every morning in Bangkok, thousands of street vendors cook this dish on portable gas burners. The technique is fast and produces impressive results. Heat a wok or large skillet over high flame. Add 3 tablespoons of neutral oil, such as vegetable or peanut oil. The oil must shimmer and ripple before you add anything else. While the oil heats, crack 2 eggs into a bowl. Add 1 tablespoon of fish sauce. Beat with chopsticks or a fork until combined. Add half a cup of clean duckweed directly into the egg mixture. Stir to distribute the green fronds evenly. When the oil shimmers, pour the entire mixture into the center of the wok. It will puff dramatically around the edges. The hot oil creates a crispy lace exterior, while the center remains soft. Let the omelet cook for approximately 30 seconds. The edges will turn golden brown. Use a spatula to flip the entire omelet in one motion. Cook the second side for another 30 seconds. Transfer to a plate and serve immediately over steamed jasmine rice. Drizzle with sriracha or sweet chili sauce. The protein content of this single omelet exceeds most Western breakfasts. The duckweed adds approximately 7 grams of additional protein beyond the eggs. The texture is crispy outside and creamy inside, with small pockets of tender green throughout. Thai workers eat this for breakfast because it provides sustained energy through a morning of physical labor. The second cooking method applies duckweed to stir-fry preparations. This technique works with any protein and any sauce combination you already know how to make. The key is timing. Duckweed must be added in the final 30 seconds of cooking. Any longer and the delicate fronds turn to mush. Prepare your stir-fry as you normally would. Heat oil in a wok until smoking. Add aromatics like garlic and ginger. Add your protein and cook until done. Add vegetables in order of cooking time, with harder vegetables first. When everything else is cooked and the sauce is coating all ingredients, add the blanched duckweed. Toss the contents of the wok continuously for 30 seconds. The duckweed will coat with sauce and warm through without overcooking. Transfer to a serving plate immediately. The fronds should remain distinct and bright green. Overcooked duckweed turns dark and loses its pleasant texture. This method works particularly well with oyster sauce preparations. The savory sweetness of oyster sauce complements the mild green flavor of duckweed. Black bean sauce also pairs excellently. Avoid heavy cream-based sauces that mask the delicate character of the plant. The best pairings are shrimp with garlic sauce, pork with black bean sauce, or tofu with ginger and scallion. The third cooking method requires no heat at all. In Myanmar and Laos, fresh duckweed is eaten raw in salads. This preparation showcases the true character of the ingredient without any transformation from cooking. Clean the duckweed using the triple wash protocol described earlier. Skip the blanching step entirely. The fronds should be completely raw. Place the clean duckweed in a mixing bowl. Add the juice of 2 limes. Add 2 tablespoons of fish sauce. Add 1 shallot, sliced paper thin. Add 1 Thai chili, minced fine. Toss gently with your hands. Do not use metal utensils that might crush the delicate fronds. Let the salad rest for 2 minutes so the duckweed absorbs the dressing. Serve immediately as a side dish or as a topping for grilled meats. The texture is soft with a slight pop when you bite down. The flavor is bright and fresh with heat from the chili and umami from the fish sauce. This raw preparation requires the highest confidence in your sourcing. Only consume raw duckweed from commercial producers with verified water quality. The risk of contamination makes wild harvested duckweed unsuitable for raw consumption. When properly sourced, this salad rivals any green salad in nutrition while offering a completely unique texture. The 4th cooking method integrates duckweed into soups and broths. This technique appears throughout Thai and Vietnamese cooking. The critical principle is that duckweed should never boil directly in liquid. Boiling destroys the protein structure and turns the fronds into unappetizing slime. Prepare a clear broth using chicken, pork, or vegetable stock. Add aromatics appropriate to your cuisine. For Thai style, add lemongrass, galangal, and lime leaves. For Vietnamese style, add star anise and cinnamon. Bring the broth to a gentle simmer and cook until the aromatics have infused the liquid. Remove the pot from heat. Wait 30 seconds for the aggressive bubbling to stop. Add the cleaned duckweed directly to the hot broth. Stir gently to distribute. The residual heat will warm and slightly cook the duckweed without destroying its structure. Serve immediately while the fronds are still bright green and the broth is hot. This technique also works perfectly with miso soup. Prepare your miso as usual. Remove from heat before adding the miso paste. Stir in the miso and then add the duckweed. The temperature is perfect for gently cooking the fronds while preserving their nutritional content. For those ready to advance beyond everyday cooking, one technique has emerged from modern Thai restaurants. Chefs in Bangkok now serve duckweed as a fine dining garnish that rivals caviar in presentation. The preparation is simple, but the effect is striking. Clean the duckweed using 5 complete wash cycles. This preparation demands the highest cleanliness because the duckweed serves as the star rather than a supporting ingredient. Season lightly with rice vinegar and a few drops of sesame oil. Toss gently and let rest for 5 minutes. Serve small mounds of the seasoned duckweed on appropriate bases. Rice crackers work well. Cucumber rounds, sliced ½ centimeter thick, provide a fresh contrast. Steamed bao buns can receive a small spoonful as a protein-rich topping. The visual resemblance to caviar is immediate. The tiny, uniform green spheres glisten under restaurant lighting. Guests who expect a novelty garnish discover genuine substance and satisfying flavor. Some Laotian preparations take duckweed further through fermentation. This technique requires precise conditions and carries some risk for beginners, but understanding that it exists expands your knowledge of the ingredient's potential. Pack the cleaned duckweed into a clean glass jar, adding salt equal to 2% of the total weight. Press down to remove air pockets. Cover loosely and ferment at room temperature for 24 to 48 hours. The result is a tangy, umami-rich condiment that can season rice dishes and soups. Begin with the 4 fundamental methods before attempting fermentation. Understand how duckweed behaves when fresh and when cooked before transforming it through bacterial action. Return to fermentation after you have cooked duckweed 20 times using the basic techniques. The cooking science behind all these methods reveals why duckweed behaves the way it does. The protein structure begins breaking down at temperatures above 80 degrees Celsius. This is why brief cooking produces better results than extended heat exposure. The cell walls of duckweed are thinner than those of land plants. This is why gentle handling preserves texture, while aggressive treatment creates mush. Research published in 2016 by the Duckweed Research Initiative documented optimal cooking temperatures. Their findings confirmed what Thai grandmothers knew through generations of practice: quick high heat for frying, brief blanching for preparation, residual heat for soups, never sustained boiling. The traditional techniques align perfectly with modern food science. In 2012, the World Bank revisited research from the 1990s on duckweed as a protein source. They found that the digestibility of duckweed protein reaches 93%. This exceeds most plant proteins and rivals animal sources. The protein is not only abundant, but highly bioavailable. Your body can actually use what duckweed provides. Consider what this means for practical cooking. A duckweed omelet in the morning provides complete protein with all essential amino acids. A duckweed stir-fry at dinner adds substantial nutrition to any vegetable dish. A duckweed salad contributes protein that typical green salads cannot match. The ingredient transforms ordinary meals into more complete nutrition without changing the fundamental character of the dish. 500 million people across Southeast Asia eat this plant regularly. Thai street vendors sell duckweed omelets before sunrise. Laotian families serve raw duckweed salads at dinner. Vietnamese cooks add it to pho in the final moments before serving. Myanmar households have harvested it from rice paddies for generations. They do not consider it exotic. They do not consider it superfood. They do not consider it unusual. They consider it Wednesday. You now know 4 complete methods for cooking an ingredient that most Western kitchens have never encountered. The cleaning protocol removes debris and ensures safety. The blanching technique prepares duckweed for any application. The omelet that Thai workers eat for breakfast every morning. The stir-fry method that adds protein to any combination of ingredients. The raw salad that showcases the true character of fresh duckweed. The soup technique that preserves nutrition through gentle residual heat. The protein content is documented in peer-reviewed research. The cooking techniques are proven across centuries of daily practice. The flavor profile is mild enough to complement any cuisine you already cook. The only question remaining is whether you will try it. Subscribe to Secrets Beneath Nature and watch the next video to discover more ingredients hiding in plain sight.